So I always like the MK16, the Scar body. Everyone calls it something different. I feel like it's a little bit of a step up from the AK-5C. I don't know why. It always feels I get a little better results with it. This one's pretty maxed out, so I'm kind of limited in terms of like other stuff I can bring. I have the foregrip on it, which I think is a must in terms of recoil. For medium to long range maps like a Turbine or a Downfall, you need a combination of long and short range as far as optics goes. I've gotten better with the Holo, but if it's one of those things where if I'm playing against a team that's really good and I can't bum rush them the way I normally would, and I need to keep my distance, the 4x is really good. But also having the angled left sight or angled right, depending on what you prefer, is good for those close quarter situations if you're, trying to take over a building or, whatever it might be. Everyone always seems to opt for the angled sight right, but for whatever reason, for me, it's just easier if, turning my gun to the right and shooting feels less intuitive for me than just tilting it a little bit to the left. I feel like I'm the odd man out when it comes to that. I don't know why that's a thing.
I've definitely noticed having it on the left is a little bit easier to go back and forth.
I just feel like I don't have to have the ACOG cross my vision to get it. Just an easier little flick to go back and forth.
Now, would you recommend, do you mainly do single fire or automatic with this?
Almost always single fire. If I'm running somewhere where I think there might be enemies, if I have to make a run out into the open, I'll keep it on full auto just in case I come into anything where I need to snap pretty quick. But if I'm in a place where I'm comfortable hanging out for a bit, it's always single shots.
Sweet.
The only drag with having this loadout is like I said, because it's pretty fully loaded. I can't bring anything else. I was able to get the Glock, and I have an extra syringe, which I felt was more important than any throwables. But again, I can't have any throwables with this configuration with the Glock, and then.
Yeah, so it's a very points-heavy gun.
It is, unfortunately. If I have to compromise, I'll do the AK-5C, a little bit of a different loadout. You want me to grab that one?
I actually have an AK-5C right here. I don't know if this is the same loadout you run, but...
It is. The only difference is I never really bring a suppressor. I don't... For me, it doesn't... The cost-benefit doesn't equal out enough for me to justify having it. There's other things I'd find more useful. I've heard some people make the argument that the suppressor helps with their shot accuracy. I haven't found that to be the case. That doesn't mean it's not true, but
the one thing I like about the suppressor is just the kind of you stay hidden for a little bit longer. If you're somewhere in a mountain and they're not sure where you're firing from, it's just less noisy on single fire. That's why I like it.
Yeah, that makes sense. I guess I'm always just kind of anticipating, playing against people who would be able to see through that, because even if the volume is pressed, you can still get somewhat of a direction from it.
Yeah, it definitely
anticipating people getting ready to shoot at me and what I'm going to do if we do.
Yeah, it definitely doesn't help in the long run, but for a short run, I do like it.